What is up, everyone? So it is Tuesday, so you know what that means. It is time for another coding video. So this week I'm going to be showing you how to make complex ratios. Now, when I say complex, this time I actually do mean somewhat complex. Unlike last time we did complex graphs, those were relatively pretty easy. So this week the code is a little bit complex, but just stick with me, watch the video, and if it doesn't make sense, then watch it one more time. I know you guys are going to be able to get it. All right, let's jump into the video and let's see how these advanced ratios can help our financial statement analysis. Alright, so part 5, advanced ratios. So I call these advanced ratios because they require us to do some averages or a number from a previous year. So not all of our data is 1 year. As you have noticed in all of our videos, you know, for like current ratio, we take all of 2017's numbers or all of 2016's numbers. Well, these ratios need, you know, 2017 and 2016 numbers. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So for this video, I'm going to be using the AR turnover ratio, and the AR turnover ratio is our net sales divided by our average accounts receivable. So right there, we know that we need to make an average accounts receivable. So let me show you how this is different and how we need to visualize this just looking at an Excel standpoint. So right here in this assets average, this is actually the AR average right here. In Excel, all you have to do is just for an average, you know, click the things that you want. So D21 plus D21 divided by 2, right? Make an average that way. It's pretty easy. It's very straightforward. You can visualize that very well. However, as we know in our coding, all of our data looks like this. It's different. We can't just click around on one of these and tell it what to pull, right? We need to pull from columns. That's how all of this data has been going. Every time we make a ratio, we pull from a column. Well, the thing is that we don't have, let's say, fiscal year 13, right? We don't have fiscal 12's year's data in its column. Fiscal 12 is just this row only. So that's what we need to do first. We need to make new columns. So these columns are called a lag column. So first, let's make a lagged accounts receivable column. So what I'm going to do is say BS, and we're going to name it just lagAR. We're just going to only make one for simplicity. And we're just going to be from BS accounts and notes receivable dot shift 1, and what this is saying is that I am shifting this 1 year forward. So if we look at the results right here, I'm going to say print just the regular accounts and notes receivable, and then also BS lagAR. So as we can see here from the data, here's our original. All right, everything looks solid. Now here is our lagged data. So as we can see here, fiscal year 11 doesn't have any data. Of course, there's no fiscal year 10 data. But now this fiscal year 12 has fiscal years 11's data in it. So we can now make these averages. And just to show you what this looks like in our whole entire data frame, that is that new lagAR column right here. So it just makes its own new data frame. So then once we make that lagged row, now we need to take an average. So this is just going to be BS, and we're going to make a new column, call it AvgAR, would equal the average notes receivable plus the BS lagAR, what we just made, divide that by 2, and then I'll print that, and here we go here, of course, nothing here, then 6502, 6213, and those numbers match up to my Excel. And always, you know, keep the Excel around when you're doing this the first time, just to make sure this matches up. You don't want to have maybe, you know, you don't want to incorrectly lag something, or just always keep that to check, right? So if I go into fiscal year 12, I can say, or the second row, 6502, 6502. So it matches up. Just always keep that Excel out. But that's the next step. We need to now make that average. And now lastly, that we have everything that we need, we can just make the simple formula. AR turnover equals income statement revenue divided by average AR. And once more, I made that column over here so we have numbers to check. But we can just make a simple graph like we did last time. So go.Figure, and same thing, we're going to graph out the AR turnover, and here's what it looks like. So going up, peaking, and then going down the last year. And let's just check the graph of Excel, and that looks pretty similar to me. Let's check some of these numbers. So the first one and the second one should be 5.7 and 5.9. If we go over here, 5.7, 5.9. All right, our numbers look good. And lastly, one more time, let me just show you what our final balance sheet data frame looks like. As you can see, those are all the balance sheet things, and now here are the things that we have added, right? Current ratio, we added that last time. The average, the AR turnover, we also added that here. So that is pretty much exactly what's going on, and all those numbers are matching up quite well. So we know that we have done a very good job keeping everything good. Again, always keep that Excel spreadsheet for you guys to use, to look at, to practice, especially when you do these first ones. All right, everyone, so that is how you make those more advanced ratios and then graph them out on your code for your financial statement analysis so that it can do it all automatically for you. As you've noticed, I've been kind of staying around the balance sheet only, but that is only just for ease of all these tutorials. Of course, you can use these for, income statement, balance sheet, cash flow statement, whatever you want to use. But just right here, I just want to demonstrate how we take averages because that is, those are pretty important when we use those over time. All right, everyone, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something. If you did, drop a like. If you didn't, drop a dislike. I respect both opinions. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.